What's up guys, I'm Aaron, he's Tab, we're Nomads Nation, and welcome to our Able Carry 13 day bag review. We've reviewed a few Able Carry products on this channel and we're always amazed by how bold their design is. Whether it's the interesting cone-like shape, the angled pockets, the lack of symmetry, this bag's got a lot of things going on for it. But is it the bag for you? That's what we're gonna talk about. This review is split into different sections so you can jump to the part that you are most interested in. And if you dig backpacks, hit that subscribe button right now. Just hit it and then hit the notification bell because we do the best freaking reviews on the web. All right guys, we're gonna start this review talking about the overall pros and the overall cons of the Able Carry 13 day bag. Pro number one is gonna be the two easy access pockets. You've got the front easy access zip pocket here and the back easy access zip pocket here. Pro number two is going to be the cone-like design where it's wider at the bottom and less wide at the top. This means that as you pack this bag, your stuff will fall to the bottom and it actually makes a really sort of seamless packing experience. And pro number three is going to be this super robust X-Pack external material. It's weather resistant, it's fray resistant, it's resistant. It's just going to last a really long time. But let's talk about some of the cons. Con number one is gonna be the location of the keyring holder because there are a few extra steps for me to have to grab my keys. And con number two is that I do wish that the back panel had a little bit more padding and a little bit more ventilation. But now let's get into the bag in its entirety. Now let's talk about the specs of this backpack. The overall gist is that, as the name might infer, the Able Carry 13 day bag is 13 liters. And it's not an everyday carry that you can pack a ton of into. It's an EDC that's like, I'm minimalist, I got a few things, and I don't ever need to put more in the bag. And that's why, like I said, the capacity is 13 liters. Currently, there are 5 different color options available. You got the dark blue like this, but there's also a black, a green, a red, and a dope camel white. The weight is 1.3 pounds, and the price for all 5 colors is around 125 USD. Now let's talk about the style of this guy. We sort of summarized it as like quirky urban. Quirban, as to where it definitely looks sleek and it's got that sort of urban aesthetic. It's got a little bit of character to it. It wouldn't look out of place on a hike, but it's definitely not an adventurer pack, but it kind of is that interesting middle ground between the two. Materials. The main material to talk about is the exterior material. It's always the most important material on a backpack. It defines the backpack. And this material is dope. It's X-Pack. And the X-Pack is used for all 5 color options. What is X-Pack, you might ask? X-Pack is basically the same material that sailcloth is made from. And it's actually got 3 different layers. And this build means that this material is incredibly durable and it's really difficult to rip. In fact, if you look closely, see these lines right there? It's not a style choice that everybody loves, but they serve a functional purpose as to where it's actually rip stop. So like if you try to like put a knife into this and tear through it, it would be really challenging to do. For zippers, we have YKK, most of which are PU coated zippers. The interior materials are a smooth and slippery, probably nylon, and it's got a pretty tight weave to it. All right, next up, let's talk about the comfort. As I always say on this channel, comfort with a backpack comes down to 2 things: shoulder straps and the back panel. I find Able Carry's shoulder straps to be incredibly comfortable. They're not quite as cushiony as maybe Aer shoulder straps might be. There's still a really nice amount of soft padding there, without being too soft as to where you might wonder if it questions or compromises the durability. The back panel is a little bit more basic though, but it comes with the territory. This is a 13 liter backpack. You don't need like the high raised foam because there's just gonna be less weight in a backpack of this size. So you are missing a bit in ventilation, unfortunately, which for you back sweaters out there, it's gonna suck. But there's enough cushion and padding on there to make it at least a comfortable experience. Okay, let's actually talk about the pack now. Let's talk about the front section. Some bullet points, we've got the X-Pack material, an angled zipper pocket, a quick access pocket, and some subtle branding there. Let's break it down. With the X-Pack material, we sort of talked about its durability, but the look is really a dominant feature of this bag. As you can see, the material gives it sort of a diamond pattern, which you're either gonna love or you're gonna hate. It's a pattern that I am personally not crazy about, but it's grown on me. Moving on, we got this front pocket here with an angled zip. I love this guy. Here's why. So you're coming home after a long day work and you got a Carlsberg smooth draft in your hands. Like, damn, I just want to listen to some jams. Like, oh yeah, that's right. They're in the front angle pocket. Kaboom, kaboom. Where they at? Kaboom. That's the story of my life. I want backpacks that give me quick access to the things that I need quick access to. So I got a few things in here. Hand wash, mints, headphones. Never know when you're gonna end up at the cottage. It's actually a fairly large pocket too. It extends all the way to this end of the bag and all the way to the bottom of the depth of the bag. So you can fit a ton of stuff in there. The zipper is a nice, satisfying, high. The zipper too is a really easy to use zipper. I love the zipper pulls. Actually, can we talk about the zipper pulls? Yeah, they look dope. But the functionality of them is next level. Why, you might ask? I'm gonna tell you, dude, because you can one finger these MFers. This is not the case with a lot of backpacks. Normally you gotta sort of full hand it or at least two finger it to kind of, but the functionality of being able to do the one thing, it's pretty sweet. But do note that with this little flap sticking over, sometimes the zipper can get caught. There it is, right there. I'm caught. I'm fully caught right now. And that can be a pain in the ass. And talking about one fingering, you know what else you can one finger? The like button. Now, next up we have this quick access pocket aquí. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Aaron, that's clearly a water bottle pocket. And it can be. This is a 532 milliliter hydro flask. It's a nice, snug, tight fit. But it's actually not marketed as a water bottle pocket. The water bottle pocket's in the interior. We'll talk about that momentarily. But really you can put anything in there. For instance, I live in Hong Kong. Theft isn't really a thing here. So when I was using this bag, I like to put my phone in there. There are certain places in the world that if I were using this bag, I wouldn't use my phone there because it's a little too easy to access. And the last point on the front is right here. It's worth noting the way that a backpack company brands their packs. An Able Carry is really subtle, just this little tab with the matte black right there. You get a little bit of shine, which is nice, but it's not too loud of a branding move. It's actually quite subtle. All right, next up, let's talk about the middle of the Able Carry 13 day bag. Some bullet points. We've got this external lash point right here, which helps lock your bag. An average top handle, the main zipper access, and then the main compartment in all of its glory. First up, external lash point right here. This is good if you are a person who likes to use a carabiner. You clip it on the side and hang things off the side of your pack. Or if you're concerned about security, you can use this for a locking mechanism. Like you got a little lock, you can lock the zippers together, pop this on the outside. Ain't no one gonna get into your bag. Top handle, I'll keep this brief. It's pretty basic, but you don't need like a super beefed out top handle on a 13-liter backpack. I wouldn't say there's a lot in terms of like padding there, but it gets the job done. There's a large enough loop as to where it's easy accessible and you can kind of grab it and throw it around and have your way with the bag. Main compartment. Yet again, YKK waterproof zips with the one finger zipper pulls, right? One finger zipper pulls. Do like the one finger like button down there somewhere. Okay, let's get into the main compartment. Now, I literally just came here wearing this bag. So I got a sweater, tech pouch, got my blue filter glasses, a notebook, a few other things. Like I said, it's small. There's not a lot that you can fit in here. Let me show you sort of how this thing is organized. Let's start yonder. We've got another angled pocket. Able Carry does all these angled pockets, and I think it's dope. This one is a mesh pocket, YKK zip, not PU coated. The mesh is a little stiffer. It feels smoother on the outside, but more coarse on the inside. Mesh pockets are great because then you can see what you actually have in the pocket. There's no other internal organization in this pocket, excluding a keyring solution. I like this keyring. It's a very easy system to open and close, so it's easy to grab your keys. Actually, now I'm having trouble. Actually, I take it back. Oh my God, it's stuck. It's a decent keyring solution. But I'm not crazy about the functionality of keyring solutions that are inside the main compartment. Reason being, you got your beer, right? And you're like, oh, home. And you're like, oh, I need my keys. It's like, you can kind of open it like this, but it's a little bit tighter of a situation than I love. What's weird is the Able Carry daily backpack actually has their keyring solution right at the top of here, which I think that I prefer. One interesting thing about this pack too is the cone-esque shape, which is great because there's this thing called gravity. Coming at you with some science. You heard of gravity, man? And the cool thing about this bag is it's like, dude, gravity totally exists. So let's make a bag that like functions with gravity. So when things are in your bag, they sort of fall to the bottom as they normally would. You don't really need the top part as much. So your bottom gets beefed out. Everything falls nicely into place there. Okay, over here now we have the second water bottle compartment. Yet again, for context, this is my 532 liter hydro flask. Nice little fit. This one, expandable. Should be noted too, this one not expandable. It's made of the same mesh as this pocket is made out of yet again. A little smoother on the outside, a little more coarse on the inside. From there, we've got 2 sleeves and a hidden pocket. This sleeve, pretty basic. You've got Able Carry branding right there. I've got my beautifully colored powder purple moleskin notebook in there. Large enough to fit a tablet as well. This runs the entire depth of the backpack. You can fit a lot in there. I mean, see how it expands. It might not be as flush as I like these things to be, where it's just nice and tight, but because of that, it gives it a little bit extra breathing room so you can fit more stuff in there. Moving on, we have the laptop sleeve. Able Carry on their website says it fits most 13-inch to 14-inch laptops. Let's put it to the test. I got a 13-inch MacBook Pro. Nice snug fit, little room to spare. One thing I love about this laptop sleeve too is the interior material. Oh my God. As you can see right here, they have this beautiful, soft, furry material. Tab says it's soft as a baby seal, which I didn't know baby seals were soft and furry. They're soft and furry. You ever petted a baby seal? And I wouldn't say there's a false bottom, but there's definitely a little bit of a falseness to this bottom as to where if you drop your laptop in real fast, it's suspended, so it's not gonna hit the ground. And then finally, we've got this hidden pocket up top. But this thing is really small. Like for instance, I got my Bellroy wallet here, which is a fairly small and minimalist wallet. It don't fit. So what I would recommend doing is maybe keeping like a backup credit card there, maybe some spare cash, pop the Velcro on, hidden, good to go, just in case of an emergency. Okay, next up, let's talk about the back of the pack. Bullet points. We've got the comfortable straps, the basic back panel, a hidden side pocket, some interesting branded dangle stoppers, and hidden shoulder strap pockets. Here's what you need to know about them. Start with the shoulder straps. Like I said, I like the comfort on these things. I really do. This mesh right here too, I like it because it's not too coarse. You can feel like it's robust, that it'll last the test of time, but not in a way that's gonna be like scratching your arms every time you're putting this dude on and off. From there, we have the hidden card slot pockets on each shoulder strap. Now, this is normally where a sternum strap would sort of connect, but there's no sternum strap on this backpack, so keep that in mind. I don't think it's a problem for a 13-liter backpack. You don't need a sternum strap. It's kind of overkill, so props to you, Able Carry, for keeping it minimalist. I think that these pockets are okay. I mean, look, I got my octopus card in there. It's like a public transportation card in Hong Kong. I don't know how safe it feels though, and it doesn't hide all the way. However, one cool thing to note about these pockets is that they do have a depth to them. They actually go deeper. Look, pop this marker all the way in there. So if you need to hide something and really hide it deep down in there, I don't know what that would be, you have the option. Also, with the shoulder straps, we have the same subtle branding that Able Carry uses in the front of their bag, right here as well. And you can use this as an external lash point, clip on a carabiner, tie your shoes on here, whatever you want. Next up, moving south, just some basic shoulder straps, but with a very non-basic dangle stopper. Never seen this before. Normally, backpack companies just use a basic sort of nylon webbing to keep the dangle from doing dangle things, but it adds a nice aesthetic component, and they work quite well. As I said, the back panel, there's no real ventilation, there's no real padding. It's not the end of the world for the size of this backpack, 13 liter, you don't need it. I would have liked a little more ventilation and a little bit more padding. But having worn this for a few days, I will admit it was a fairly comfortable wear and I didn't necessarily need it, but I would have liked to have had it. Now, one of my other favorite functions of this backpack is the hidden back pocket. Yet again, functionality. You're walking around drinking a beer, you're like, oh my God, my beer is done. I need to buy a new one. Where's my wallet? Kaboom. Backpack never had to come off. Wallet right here. Super safe, super subtle, super accessible. The emphasis on that security aspect too, because this is on your back, ain't nobody gonna be trying to steal that. So your wallet's safe and it's easy to access. And it's actually a really big pocket. It extends, where's my finger, all the way to here. So it's from here to here. So it's almost the entire back panel. So you can put a notebook back there if you'd like, maybe even a tablet. And it's just on one side, it is not mirrored on the other side. It looks like it would be, and you're like, oh cool, there's 2 hidden pockets. They're not, there's just one. Now, let's talk about whether or not if this is the perfect backpack for you. This is definitely the everyday carry for you if A, you love the way that it looks, and B, you're looking for around a 13-liter minimalist backpack. Simple as that. If that sounds like you and you're gonna make a purchase, please use the links in the description. It helps support our channel and it does make sure that you also get the best price. This backpack's awesome, but I think there's a couple of specific people who might be interested in this, but actually there might be a better backpack out there for you. This might not be the everyday carry for you if you're looking for something around this literage, but you want a backpack that can also double as a sling. You know, think about it. You're the kind of guy who like does this all the time. You never do this? Check the links below. I got a really cool product down there that I think that you'll love. This also might not be the everyday carry for you. If you're looking for an EDC that is small, but you want a couple more pockets and features and organization, this guy's pretty minimalist. If you'd like a few more places to organize your gear, especially your tech gear, then check out the link below. I've got a bag around a similar size that has a little bit more in terms of organization. This is also not the backpack for you if you're like, dude, I'm digging able carry, but it might be a little too small for me. Don't worry, it's actually too small for me as well. I can't get by with a 13-liter EDC. I need a little bit bigger. If that sounds like you, we've got another bag from the able carry family that has 7 additional liters. Hold more of your stuff. Check out the review. All right, guys, we are finished with our able carry 13 day bag review. If you're still here, thanks. Really, it means a lot to us. But also, it means that you found this video useful. And if that's the case, the best way to support our channel is to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please let us know in the comments, what do you think about this backpack? Is it too small for you? Does the lack of ventilation not matter to you as much? And also, if you own this backpack, because we realize so many people watch these reviews who already own the bag, and they're just looking for more insight on how to use their bag, if that sounds like you, then let us know in the comments, like, what do you think about this backpack? How has your experience been so far? Do you agree that this angled zipper pocket is dope? Are you also a little confused about where to put your water bottle? Does the key thing annoy you as much as it annoys me? Let me know in the comments below. Your comments will help the internet decide what bag is best for them. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.